After weeks of bombings, deadlines,
that night might be tomorrow night,
and contradictory statements, the US and Iran have announced a 2-week conditional ceasefire. They agreed to the deal after a last-minute intervention led by Pakistan, who has offered to host peace talks between the two sides. So how did Pakistan emerge as a mediator in this conflict? Historically, Pakistan hasn't been known as a kind of big, powerful global mediator. That role has usually been played by countries such as the Gulf. But in this conflict, the Gulf countries are among those who are actually being hit by Iranian strikes, so their position as a kind of neutral mediator was eliminated. Crucially, Pakistan is one of the few countries which has strong relations with both Iran and the US. With Iran, its neighbor, they share a 500-mile-long border. They have a strong relationship between their militaries. On the US side, Pakistan for a while had quite poor relationship with America. But that all changed with Donald Trump's second presidency. He has developed a very strong rapport with Pakistan's powerful army chief. Pakistan is interesting, it occupies this good relationship with Iran and the US, but it also is very crucial for them that this war comes to an end. Pakistan is enormously reliant on oil and gas that comes through the Strait of Hormuz, and it's really suffered economically since the war broke out. It also has a defense pact with Saudi Arabia, which is one of the countries that's being most heavily bombarded by Iranian missiles. And Pakistan is very fearful that Saudi Arabia will actually enter the war in an offensive way, and that would mean that Pakistan, because of this pact, would also have to join them. Down to the wire, just maybe 90 minutes before Trump's so-called deadline to obliterate Iran and Iran's power plants, a ceasefire was agreed between the Iranians and the Americans. And as part of that ceasefire, they have agreed to meet in Islamabad to discuss the terms of the ceasefire. And it seems that it was an intervention by China that was a critical element in bringing the Iranians on side. China appears to have promised to be some kind of safety guarantor to ensure that these talks would not just become an excuse for America to pause the war and then restart strikes again on Iran. But the issue is, since this ceasefire was announced, there's been a huge division in terms of what the actual understanding of the ceasefire means. Within hours, Israel had re-begun its bombardment and strikes on Lebanon. It turned out to be one of the deadliest days of the war, killing over 200 people. Israel insisted that the ceasefire did not include Lebanon. The US then came out and also said it did not include Lebanon. And so there were two varying accounts of what this ceasefire meant: Iran and Pakistan on one side, Israel and America on the other. This has obviously cast a huge shadow over these ceasefire negotiations. It's unclear how the two sides can still meet and talk for peace when there are missiles still being dropped over Lebanon.